Hey man, where y'all been? Hey, this is Larry Jones, Stock Up with Larry Jones. Hey, come and join this family. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, and come rock with us like Michael Jackson. I want to rock with you. Come rock with us as we make this money, all right? There's plenty out here for everybody. Listen, there's a lot that happened. I've been traveling. And there were some things that happened. If I got time, I'll tell you at the end of this. But let's get right into some business right now. This is brought to you by Stock Up You and Money Moves. All right. So let's go. Links in the description below. Let's go. All right. So we can see what happened today. I'm not even going to bring up the Dow. Guys, the Dow was only like 34 companies, okay? So let's look at the SPY, S&P 500, which are top 500 companies, all right? And then we're going to look at the NASDAQ, which is tech heavy, right? Just FYI. So we could see that on the day, we had kind of a little roller coaster. You see there, opening bell, and then the dump. It absolutely dumped. Fight to get back, dumped again, and then fight to get back, dump again. It was just the sellers were just outperforming the buyers. The bears were outperforming the bulls. For those of you, I know we have a lot of newbies here, and I just want to put you on a little game, and we're going to learn a lot here, okay? So this is a bull, this is a bear. They call it a bull market because a bull gouges up. They call it a bear market because a bear mauls down. All right, follow? And so there was a lot that was going on. You had the president of the United States speaking, so I'm going to go right to it. We could see that Trump says U.S. will charge 19% tariffs on goods from Philippines. Now, the Philippines, the president or prime minister or what have you, there he is right there. He was at the White House. And when the conference came on, the president began to literally tear into the Fed. I mean, he was tearing into him like no mercy. He's dumb. He's a low IQ person. You know how he does. And, you know, the market did a little dip on that, okay? But the market has heard that before and kind of shrugged it off. So that's what's going on with the tariff wars. Now, he was hosting the Philippine leader, right? But the deal was all about China. So they were discussing more of China. And that could have moved the market also, okay? So let's just keep it going, all right? So here's one of the things I want you guys to know. We got Google and we got Tesla. Both are reporting tomorrow, Wednesday, right after closing bell. So you want your positions set if you have any. I'm not doing any options. I don't gamble with earnings, but we can check and see what people are thinking. All right. So let's start with Tesla. You guys know the war going on with Tesla, Elon and the president, the war of words, right? You know, it got really, 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 really nasty. Okay. Tesla inked it up 1.29%. Alphabet, same thing. But you guys know how I do. Even if I was thinking about doing an option, we could see that both were trending up, leading up to earnings. So let's see what the analysts are saying about Tesla. Let's read. All right. Tesla reports second quarter earnings and revenue after the stock market closes Wednesday. That's tomorrow, good people. Analysts have been cutting quarterly profit expectations after company global vehicle sales sank more than 13% in Q2. This is what analysts are saying ahead of the report. On Monday, Bank of America analysts raised their price target on Tesla stock to $341 from $305. That doesn't mean after this earning of people. That's their yearly forecast. They noted that the EV giant Q2 earnings are likely to be challenged due to the tariffs, right? So you could see they see some downside and disappointing deliveries. And I do believe that there could be disappointing deliveries, though anything is possible. And for me, if Tesla goes down again, it's just presenting a buying opportunity, long-term buying opportunity to add more Tesla to my long-term portfolio. All right, so now let's see what they're talking about Google. What major analysts think about Google parent Alphabet ahead of Q2 earnings. All right, let's see what they're talking about. Google parent Alphabet is among the first of the Magnificent Seven companies to report second quarter earnings, while results due after the stock market closes on Wednesday, tomorrow. Again, shares of Alphabet have barely budged this year, lagging the other Mag 7 stock and the S&P, which is not good. Yeah, I looked at my Google stock and it was flat. All right. Investor concerns is focused on shifting search and advertising landscape. Still, analysts are generally bullish on Google searching and ad monetization for the second quarter. So you guys know how this goes. Google can still have a beat, all right, on their earnings, and the stock could still be flat and even go down. That's why I don't gamble with options on earnings. I look at the trend sometimes and I'll ride it going up, or I'll ride going down. Now, I'm going to play something from Tom Lee about this market. And for those of you that know that big money is mad, they're mad that you and I made money off of this V-shaped recovery from Liberate Us From Your Money Day, the gift that was given by the President of the United States, Liberation Day, which was April 2nd. And we had this V-shaped recovery. You guys been following me. We bought near the bottom. We bought a ton of stuff. A lot of ETFs put big money into it. And now we're up 30% on some of those plays. Okay, so let's just take a listen to Tom Lee. And then I got something to share with you about crypto.
Joining us now, Tom Lee, Fundstrat Global Advisors, head of research. Probably not coming as a big surprise to you, Tom. You've been saying similar things, but one of the things you're emphasizing today, the most hated V-shape bounce in history, or at least in your young, but getting older life.
Yes, that's right. I think many people, when April happened and we had Tariff Armageddon and the market went into a free fall, investors liquidated because they thought we were entering a recession. But, and as you guys had covered, like the market then staged a V-shaped recovery, which caught many people off guard because they wanted to have a chance to get in. They wanted the stock market to be like a K-shaped or flat line. Instead, it was a V-shaped bounce. And so most investors are underexposed at the moment, and they're trying to look at headlines with a half-empty view. But as you guys know, earnings have actually been really resilient, and I think it tells a very good story.
Yeah.
So earnings have been good. You guys see that. And actually, he goes on to mention that he thinks actually the market is actually discounted right now. That was a shock to me. Give this a quick listen. Thank you.
What we're saying is, instead of someone saying, oh, the MAG is making the market expensive, let's just take the average PE of the S&P of every stock. And it was around 17.6 times in 2019. Now we've had 6 what I call extinction-like events, COVID, the bullwhip supply chain effect, inflation surge, Fed fastest hikes, Trump tariffs, and then, of course, U.S. bombing Iran.
6 of them, yeah, okay.
Yeah, all of them should have wiped out earnings, but the S&P earnings have grown, and yet the equal weight PE is now 16 times. So the market's gotten cheaper in the last 6 years, despite proving they can grow earnings through 6 extinction-level events.
So what he's saying is Wall Street doesn't always get it right, good people. They don't. And sometimes they're late to the party. You and I, we got in, right? Guys, remember, we bought some here, but the truth be told, most of our buy was here. And if you just look at the S&P, it's up 22%. All right? You guys see that? You see that? And then if we go to the NASDAQ, which is tech heavy, let's just go to the NASDAQ. There we go. And if we go through that same time period, we go to the exact same time period, you could see that the NASDAQ is up 31%. Okay. And so you'll see that they missed it, just like he said, and they're upset. Now, he also goes to say something about crypto. They used to laugh at him, actually, literally laugh at him right on air, but he's been right more than most of them. Now, we could see here, Bitcoin is hovering around 119. You can see 119.6, up 2% today. Actually, if you ask me, Ethereum is lagging now. It's lagging now. So I'm dollar cost averaging like I let my money movers know. But Ethereum is lagging now, and I think it has some catching up to do. Now, don't be fooled by the 7-day time frame, because remember, XRP was up hugely. Now it's down. It's not down. It's just that the 7 days are moving. OK, and so that's why I always go over the month, 3 months and 6 months. I'm sorry, month, 2 months and 3 months to see where the lows actually are as things continue to go forward. Right. And we're not going to go through everything in crypto on this one, but I do want you guys to see this. Leave me a coffee cup if you remember. Coffee cups is that's my emoji. OK, I'll explain why in another video. Right. But if you remember, I said this. Let's talk about a little meme stock. I said the meme stock that I'm bullish on in this run are the twins Pepe and Bunk. Though there's a lot of them out there killing it. Those are my two, right? But I also said that when things really start to pick up and alt seasons start to wake up, that the legacy memes of 2021 will actually start to pop. So here we could see that Shiba Inu over the last month is up almost 49%. Look at that. We got 48.49% Shiba Inu is up over the last month. Remember, these were just dormant. They were asleep. They were the walking dead. But just like I told you guys last year, that these two legacy memes will wake up and start to pop. And look at this. Look at Dogecoin over the last month. Look at that, good people. 81.65%. Let's just hit refresh and make sure that is correct. Now let's go to the monthly and let's see. Yes, 81.65% in the last month. Sleeping giants. And for those of you that remembered last year, and actually 2 years ago, I said in 10 years, one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million. Here we are 2 years later, and I'm saying that in 8 years or under, this is what I believe, that one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million. Is that a fact? No, it's not a fact, but it's where I'm putting my money, and I put my money where my mouth is. Let's take a look or a listen to what Tom Lee has to say about Bitcoin.
Last week in the Genius Act, and you suddenly are, I don't know whether I look at you as Mr. Equity guru or crypto guru. Are you able to do both? You have been. You're going to continue this?
Yes. Fundstrat clients know my goal is to find them good ideas and make them money. And now I want to do that with shareholders. I'm dedicated to delivering a great return for anyone who invests in any of our ideas, including whether it was our granny shots, which is outperforming year to date and almost 1.9 billion of AUM after 8 months. And now with BitMine, I am dedicated to really making this one of the best performing stocks.
Here we are, 120 basically on Bitcoin, which you used to say at 70, and that was a 60% move or something that you were forecasting as within the next couple of months, or at least this year. Here we are now, what, 150?
I think the 200 to 250,000 for Bitcoin still makes sense, because that would still only value it at 25% of the size of the gold market.
Okay.
So I think digital gold means Bitcoin should be worth over $1 million per Bitcoin, and it could happen in the next few years. But maybe pricing 25% of that, especially with Genius Act, makes sense.
Tom Lee said that he believes it's going to be $1 million in the next few years. If that happens, listen, if Bitcoin turns into $1 million over the next few years, I think I might cry. I'm going to leave that alone, because that's what I've been accumulating. Bitcoin. Listen, I'm just going to tell you guys, people are going to ask all the way up. Is it too late? Is it too late? When Bitcoin hit 20,000, people were saying, is it too late? When it hit 30, is it too late? When it hit 40, is it too late? When it hit 50, is it too late? And unfortunately, sometimes those were the same people asking every time. 60, is it too late? 70, is it too late? 80, is it too late? 90, is it too late? 100, is it too late? 120, is it too late? And the answer is just do your own research. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. But why you keep asking, is it too late, right? All I'm going to say is don't put all your money in there. Don't front in and just throw a bunch of money in there. Crypto has cycles. But what I will say is if you got $5 for a cup of coffee every day, then you got $5 for Bitcoin every day. And then you just do that for a while according to your income and see how it grows over a period of 4 years, because Bitcoin is in 4 cycles. I say 5 years, and I'm going to let you guys know that myself, I'm going to be purchasing over the next 5 years, but I purchase heavier when it's beat down and lighter when it comes up, along with other coins. And those coins, I listed them all. I gave a full rundown of the coins I have, which is in Money Moves. Okay, good people, I'm going to leave it right there. This has been a long one. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened, and I'll make a reel later. Look, I was at the Wealth Weekend in Atlanta. Those guys did an outstanding job. I didn't win. I didn't expect to win. I was up against the master investor. Come on, y'all. Last year it was Wall Street Trapper. I told them I would vote for him myself, but I came home high as a kite because I took some sleeping pills. I took a melatonin, and it's this little blue pill. Some of you guys know it comes in a little capsule. You buy it over the counter. And usually I do take a half of one of those, right? But I couldn't sleep. So I made a mistake and took the whole pill, and then some melatonin and some chamomile tea. And when I tell you I was so jacked up when I got up and got on that plane, I went to Starbucks in the hotel. I said, give me some coffee and a donut. And I'm standing there like 5 minutes. I was like, hey, I just called my Uber. Can I have my donut? And they're like, sir, it's in your hand. And I was like, what? When did you give me that? It's crazy. Then I had a carry-on with me. I had my backpack and a carry-on, one check-in. And let me tell you what your boy did while he was high on sleep. I went and paid for an extra bag and gave the man my credit card and paid for a carry-on. That's how high I was. I told my wife, man, when I get home, I'm just crashing. All right. So I had to get myself together, to be honest with you. But I had a great time. I'll play some reels a little later. You may notice that I've been like a little off focus today. I'm still a little high, y'all. I ain't doing that no more. Y'all pray for your boy, but there's a lot to feast on in this. Tom Lee did mention Fundstrat as ticker symbol GRNY. We are in that. That's an ETF. It is outperforming the SPY. It's outperforming QQQ. It outperformed the VUG, which are some of the other ETFs that I have. But GRNY, which is Granny Shots, his very actively managed ETF is doing well. Just like he said, it outperformed them all. Right. And then you guys know about Bitmine, right? We'll go over that in another video because we have a position in that now, I do believe, but I'm a little high now, so we're not going to go on that. Hey, missed you guys. Look, there's 2 links below. If you want to learn everything you need to know about crypto, that's Stock Up You, okay? I want you to download it. It will teach you about the stock market, and it will also teach you about crypto. But if you want to follow us and follow thousands of us, as I have my portfolios, crypto, and an options for dummies class, let me show you what someone posted in the Money Moves. This one's from my man Juan. What's up, fam? I hope everyone has watched the Options for Dummies classes. Just used everything I learned this morning on the QQQ, entered a put and printed cash. Larry teach us how to fish. Yep, that's it. I teach you guys how to fish, okay? You don't even have to. I'm not in there live trading every day. I know a lot of people do that. I am focused on you learning how to fish yourself, okay? And we will get to some more live training options, live training. But right now, I give you the tools. That is located in Money Moves, okay? Look, you see that. Stocks, crypto, options class. And the options class is options for dummy. If you like me, options for dummies. If you like me, I'm like, talk to me like I'm 3. All right, good people? I'm going to see you tomorrow because, hey, I know it's been a few days since I've been here, but I love you guys. Nothing you can do about it. We'll see you tomorrow. Live, love, laugh, and learn.